Hello everyone, this is part 34 of What If Naruto Figured It All Out, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. The sun shined like never and it was burning hot. The roads of the hidden moon were filled with confetti and every person of the village was near the stage where the new moon party took place. All were dressed in black. Fuller's funeral took place in the morning. Minato was getting ready for the ceremony. He was also dressed in black. Jiraiya and Frigg were looking to him. His sensei noticed he appeared concerned. What? Jiraiya asked. Why do you look so down? Minato looked at him. I can't stop thinking, Fuller's death was my fault, he confessed. Frigg felt sorry for him, but she was also feeling very guilty. If I wasn't so stupid, she could still be alive, if I hadn't fought. It's none's fault. Jiraiya cheered him up. Minato looked down again. It pained so much, seeing Mirai-chan crying like that, Frigg said. The men looked at her. Both Fuller and I decided not to become ninjas, because we feared battles and we didn't want to see a horrible death, but, in the end, sister, Frigg cried. Minato hugged her. Let's go. It's time for the ceremony. Minato picked a bonsai with Konoha's symbol and the three left. Ryokugen was trying to cheer Mirai, who continued crying. Isuki entered and saw them. It's time for the ceremony, she said. Akatsuki held Mirai on his arms and they left. The two cages walked on the red carpet until they got up on stage. Akatsuki had a crystal moon on his hands. Everyone could notice none of the cages were with their heads clean to do that. They were taking too long to speak. Surin looked at her brother and Jiraiya at his student. Minato took a deep breath and raised his bonsai. Yondaime Hokage, representing the hidden village of the leaf, Minato said, with a monochord tone. Give you this bonsai as a present and ask you to become ally with my village, Tsukikage Dono. Akatsuki stared at him. Both appeared to be right to cry. The Tsukikage picked the bonsai, but let it fell. The pot broke, filling the ground with earth. Minato's eyes opened wide, just like Jiraiya's and everyone else's. Why have you done that? Akatsuki said. We are not in condition to sign a peace treaty. Minato agreed with him, but he knew their feelings shouldn't surpass the good of their villages. The Hidden Moon's people were asking themselves, if Tsukikage-sama didn't want to sign the peace treaty, why the hell did he invite them? Sorry, Ryokugen let the stage. Minato stared him. Jiraiya came close to him. He is too shaken to think about political matters. He may not have signed the treaty today, but he will sign up some other time. That's yours desire, Jiraiya said. Minato closed his eyes and sadly smiled. I guess so. Minato also left the stage. Jiraiya and Surin looked at him. They would never sign that treaty, Surin said. Jiraiya looked at her. They are just a couple of stupids. What would you do better? Jiraiya asked her. She looked at him. Of course. I would have humiliated, she said, and the two left. Already on the Tsukikage's house, Ryokugen and Minato were sat on the table, having a mug of mead. Well, I guess the ceremony of 24th of July failed. Wanna mark another date? Minato asked. Akatsuki looked at his mug. Sorry, I can't think about it right now. Akatsuki answered. You can go back to Konoha. Minato looked down. I'm sorry. I'm being emotive. You lost someone very important just yesterday. I know how that feels. Minato confessed. When Kageru's, my heart also shrunk, if it wasn't for Kushina. Ryokugen looked at him. She also, to protect me. Minato got up. Well, the summer on the moon is awesome, but no sea smell would replace the leaf falling in my hometown. Akatsuki smiled. Next time, you'll come to Konoha. Me. In Konoha. Akatsuki drank a little. Minato smiled and went to see Frigg and Jiraiya, telling them to pack up. Back to Konoha. Now? Jiraiya asked. Minato was surprised with his reaction and more with his sad face. What? If you don't want to go, you're free to stay, but I must warn you that the Hidden Moon's winters are rough. Minato said. Jiraiya looked down. Frigg smiled. What? 3 days after they left the Hidden Moon, they were about to reach Konoha, but they stopped on Minato's castle. Why are you stopping here? Jiraiya asked. Minato smiled and opened the gate. I want to leave some flowers on Kageru's grave. Minato said. By the way, sensei, you haven't told me yet. Jiraiya looked at him. About Isuki. Jiraiya blushed. Do you think she will come after you? Minato asked. Jiraiya closed his eyes. She is way too arrogant to do that, he answered. But fear not, I'll go see her some other time. Minato smiled. The group entered Konoha an hour later and Minato had to explain his advisors and Sandaime the peace treaty failure, but that they would sign it next December. So, what happened while I was away? Minato asked. Not much, we had to free the Uchiha, we had no physical evidence to maintain them in jail. Shikaku explained. Despite that. So, Phoenix continues as free as a bird, Minato said. They looked at him. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling about it. What do you suggest? Sandaime asked. Now he has no support from the Uchiha clan. He'll continue hiding, Minato said and got up. Well, I came right before the Chunin exam finals, so. Frigg was on Minato's house, along with Jiraiya. The Sannin looked at her. Are you okay? Jiraiya asked. She turned to him. You really seem. It's just some sickness, she was panting. Jiraiya got up and put his hand on her shoulder. You should get some rest. Our trip was long. Sure, the baby needs to rest. Jiraiya advised. Frigg went to bed. Jiraiya watched her, but then he noticed something. He looked at his hand, it had Frigg's B. But, was she C? The Moon Princess laid down on Minato's bed. Her shoulder continued B. She was paining a lot. Why was I C? Frigg put her hand on her belly. Don't worry, baby. Mom will do everything on her range to protect you. Now, I just need some sleep. Frigg fell asleep. Late in the night, Minato came back home, very exhausted, and saw Frigg sleeping. He went to bed and kissed her, caressing her belly. Oh, my love, he said. The Hokage felt his child moving inside Frigg's belly, making him smiling. You too, baby. Daddy is also happy to see you again. Minato leaned his head on Frigg's, kissed her passionately. She started trembling. Minato found it strange. What? Frigg calmed down. Oh, it was just a nightmare. Yondaime yawned and then fell asleep. The days passed by as water under a bridge. Konoha flourished day after day, becoming stronger. The wars were ending and the world appeared to have returned back to amity. The autumn came, causing the leaves to fall, making the trees getting ready to the winter, one that would be the hardest in Konoha, but now, they continued enjoying the wonders of peace. One afternoon, Yondaime Hokage took a break from his daily duties to visit his beloved lover and his child. He entered on home, with a bag on his hands, seeing Jiraiya watching TV and eating some ramen and Frigg sleeping. The Sannin was surprised with Minato's appearance. Home already? Jiraiya asked. Minato smiled and sat at Frigg's side. Her hair was red again, thanks to the potion Isuki gave her. The Hokage kissed Frigg's face. She woke up and smiled to him. Minato, welcome home. You're early, she said, yawning. I can't stay too long without my sweetie. Minato confessed, caressing her belly. Jiraiya was searching for something on his ramen. Crap, Jiraiya said, annoyed. They forgot to put Naruto on my ramen. Minato looked at him, feeling his baby moving on the mother's belly and he became illuminated. That's it, Minato said. Jiraiya looked at him. What? You also want ramen? Jiraiya asked. Naruto. Minato got up. The baby. If it is a boy, I'm going to call him Naruto. Frigg looked at him. Do you like it? Frigg smiled. If you don't want Balder, she said. Minato remembered something and showed Frigg the bag. What is it? I bought some toys to our baby, he said. Frigg blushed. Jiraiya looked aside, feeling as if he was a leftover. Frigg was seeing the soft toys, enjoying all of them. She got up, very excited and grabbed Minato's hand. Come and see. Our baby's room. She pulled him and they entered on a large room illuminated by the sun. Minato was so amazed that blushed. The bedroom already had furniture, all white, such as the cradle in the middle. There were soft toys all around the place and the curtains were flying with the wind. Some baby clothes were already on the cradle, ready to dress the new member of the family. It's awesome, Minato exclaimed and looked at his wife. You did this all alone. Frigg blushed, hiding her red cheeks with her hands. Well, Jiraiya-san helped me with the furniture, she said. Minato hugged her. Can you imagine our baby playing here and crying at night? I'm going to give him all the love in the world, but I'm not going to spoil him. You'll see. Sure, our child will be happy, Minato said and took something out of his pocket. Kushina, he asked, much blushed. She stared at him. Do you wanna marry me? He proposed, putting a beautiful platinum ring with small diamonds on Frigg's finger. She was about to faint of happiness. When our baby born, I want to recognize him as my child and you as my wife, so, let's marry. Frigg hugged him tightly, causing him to suffocate. Of course. I will. She K him. Minato smiled and followed the K. Jiraiya smiled to them. I just didn't ask you early because I wanted to protect you and the baby, Minato confessed. Frigg looked at him. Phoenix said he wanted to K me for my B. Minato put his hands on Frigg's belly. My baby has my B, as forward, if Phoenix finds out about him it could be troublesome. But after our baby is born, I'll be here to protect him, so, there will be nothing to fear. He K Frigg. Got to go back. Rest well. Bye. Minato left and went back to his office. Frigg leaned her body against the wall. Jiraiya went near her, while she panted. You shouldn't be hiding that from Minato. You're paining. Please, let me tell him, Jiraiya asked. She looked at him. He cares so much about you, plus, those strikes are not normal. No, she said. I don't want to worry Minato. He has so much work on the office, this is going to pass. I have to endure it, for Minato and my baby's sake. If I tell him, I'm only going to make him worry and forget about Konoha. I don't have the right to do that. Her nose started B. Kushina. Jiraiya held her. Come on, you need to rest. I can't close my eyes, because, I fear I can't open them again. I can't do that to my baby, I can't, she said, grabbing Jiraiya's clothes. He looked aside, feeling guilty for hiding that from his student. I'm only 6 months pregnant, my baby still needs me a lot, I can't let him know. Jiraiya took her to bed. On the Hokage's office, Kakashi entered and sighed, hitting with his head on Minato's table. The Hokage looked at him. What? I crossed Guy on the way, he obligated me to duel with him, why is he always after me? Kakashi said. Minato smiled. I wished he could let me alone just for one day. Kakashi looked at Minato. Shikaku asked me to tell you that his child had just born. Minato was caught by surprise. It's a healthy boy, I think he's named him, Shikamaru. Lucky Shikaku. Got to give him some days off. Minato smiled, happy for his friend. In the middle of the night, Minato went back home. The lights were still on. The Hokage stranged it, but then he saw B on the ground, his heart shrunk and he looked ahead, seeing Frigg laying on the ground, with B all around her injured body. Kushina. Minato screamed and kneeled down near her. Are you okay? Please, speak with me. Kushina. She trembled and opened her eyes to him, smiling. Well, welcome back. Her body continued trembling. Minato cried. What happened? Why are you wounded? Kushina. Minato hugged her and picked her up. Come, I'll take you to the hospital. The Hokage ran there. Frigg had first aid and minutes later, Minato was informed. So, he asked. The nurse looked at him. The wounds only ail her body. The baby is fine, the nurse said. Minato sighed of relief. But the mother's body is very weak. I think it has something to do with her chakra. With her chakra? Minato asked, becoming worried again. Yes, it appears to be ill only her body. The nurse said. Minato looked down, shocked. I suggest that someone, a medical ninja that is, to watch over her, so she could receive aid. You can take her home, Hokage-sama. Minato continued looking down, very worried. Back on his house, Frigg woke up and looked at Minato, who was really worried. Why haven't you told me? Minato asked. Frigg looked aside. You're my fiancé, please, what's happening to you? I also unknown it, she said. My chakra continues to ail me, as it was trying to get free of something, Minato cried, irritated. I didn't want it to. What? You didn't want to see me like this? Well, it didn't work. I'm worried. I'm going to put Rin and Kakashi looking over you. Minato said. She looked at him. You're carrying a baby. Our baby. You should have been more responsible. Minato was trembling with nerves. Frigg grabbed the blankets. Why now? The woman closed her eyes, feeling so bad. Go to sleep. She looked at him. Don't worry. I'm not going to let you I'll look over you. Minato held her hand. Just sleep. And you're tired, she said, caressing his face. Minato smiled. I'll look over you, Kushina. Sleep, he insisted. She closed her eyes and fell asleep, holding Minato's hand, who continued watching her. You didn't want me to get concerned, you really are one of those girls who think they can save the world, aren't you? But you can't, you're just a woman, I wished you could be selfish again. Minato continued holding her hand and caressing Frigg's belly. Behind the saddened Hokage was Kurogen's ghost, feeling sorry for him. Section It is you are the one her. Section Kurogen said. Section Skuld senses your body near Frigg and tries to obligate your lover to let her take her body. You can free Skuld if you mate with her, that way, you can save her from those chains, and your Frigg too, but Susanoo's powers will go back to the Uchiha and I fear what they can do with that. Frigg is holding Skuld to preserve you, Minato. Section Kurogen closed his eyes. Section Your baby inside her womb is safe. Nothing can kill him, but he depends on Frigg to survive, if she Section. Rin and Kakashi came to watch over Frigg, healing her every time she got ill. Minato continued without sleeping, worried with his wife. As forward, he couldn't concentrate very well on work, but continued doing it. In the Hidden Moon, the Tsukikage also had his work, signing some papers, while Mirai was sitting on his leg, painting her incomprehensible drawings. Someone opened the door. Isuki entered. Her brother sent her an indignation look. You look more sloppy than ever, cute little sister. What? Did you cry seeing the end of the soap opera? Doryokugan asked. Isuki had her hand in front of her mouth, but her pale face was easy spotted. Are you okay? My breakfast didn't fall very well on my stomach, she said. They heard a croak. On the window was a frog with a message. Froggy. Mirai ran to the window and grabbed it. It's so cute. It's from Flash. Akatsuki said and took the message. Akatsuki, Frigg has been having problems with her chakra, which ends up see her body. None in Konoha can find the source of the problem and our best medical ninja is out on a mission. I think it must have something to do with Skuld, because sometimes I can sense her fragrance. You and your sister know more about those things than I do. I beg you, save her, save my son. Yellow Flash. Flash's calligraphy continues as horrible as ever. Surin said. Doryokugan wrote a reply. So, we're heading to Konoha. I can't let Frigg even being her with Minato, my mission continues to be protecting her. We're going, Akatsuki said. Mirai smiled at him. Can I go too? She asked. He caressed her head. Auntie is sick, it wouldn't be good for you to be there. Stay with Grandpa, Akatsuki said. She cried. Wait, Flash, I'm coming. Back in Konoha, Jiraiya was watching Minato on the office signing some papers while his hand was holding his hand continued trembling a lot. The Sennin didn't know what to say. Shikaku entered with sheets on his hands. Minato, do you have a minute? He asked. The Hokage looked at him with his exhausted face. Shikaku became worried. What's wrong? Minato his eyes with his fingers and looked at his friend. Well, you gave me a D-rank mission. I came to see if it is true. Oh God. Minato hit the table with his head. I'm so sorry. I must have sent you the wrong one. That's for the genin that had just got out of the academy. Shikaku looked at him again. When was the last time you had some sleep? Shikaku asked. Minato was biting his lip, trying not to cry. What? Minato, you have to overcome that. Jiraiya said. You cannot let Konoha go into chaos because of your personal problems. Minato was paining a lot, suffering because of Frigg, tired, and feeling bad for not being there for Konoha. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Minato picked the mission paper and corrected it. Shikaku could see he was paining too much for a human being. None would blame you for suffering because of your family. Shikaku said. Minato looked down. Two people came here today and had quite the opposite idea you have. Minato said. They actually said I sucked as Hokage. They don't know you're going to have a child and that your girlfriend is having problems. Shikaku remembered him. Minato smiled. If they knew, they would share the same opinion I have. You're paining too much. Take some days off. I can't, Minato said, turning his chair to the window. My people need me, Even if I'm wounded, I must continue on. Jiraiya smiled, just as Shikaku, although, they continued worried. Minato turned again at them. So, Jiraiya-sensei, what's tomorrow on my schedule? Jiraiya looked to his papers. Well, tomorrow, October 10th, you have to speak with the kids who had just entered on the academy and check the new genins on the morning. Minato sighed. Then, you have a lunch with the Hyuga clan's main family, plus it's also the day to check on the Anbu reports. Tsunade must also be coming tomorrow from her month working for the Fire Lord's army, and then another filled day. Luckily at night, I'll try to get some rest, he said. What our Hokage unknown was that in that night, he would rest, but for the last time. Morning of October 10th, Minato woke up. He realized he was so tired that ended up sleeping at Frigg's side. She continued sleeping, with her hand on her belly. Minato kissed her forehead. He went to the kitchen, where Rin and Kakashi were making the breakfast. Sensei, your colors appear to have returned. Rin said. Minato smiled. I fell asleep. He said. Could you take Kushina to my castle? The students were caught by surprise. I think she would be safer there, instead of being locked in here. Why that all of sudden? Kakashi asked. Minato forced a smile. Do as I say. Tsunade-sama comes back today, and then I'll send her to meet with you. Minato said. Kakashi and Rin woke up Frigg and packed some of her stuff. Why are you sending me there? She asked. Minato hugged her, caressing her face. I want you to get some fresh air. Don't worry, if something happens, I'll be there in no time. Minato calmed her down. They got a horse and took her to the castle. Minato said bye to her and then made a worried face. What a strange dream that was, he said. Why was there someone telling me to send those I love far away? The voice was so familiar, but, Minato closed his eyes. Kushina, be safe, please. He went to his office. Kurogen's ghost looked at him and then to Frigg. Section I can't predict the future, but it's better to let her be safe. If she is far away from you, Skuld will not tell her that much. Section. On Minato's castle, Rin and Kakashi were driving Frigg into a room. She appeared to be feeling better. Minato-sensei's castle is huge. Rin said, looking around. It has so many old and pretty objects. Kakashi also looked everywhere. Frigg looked around, but then, her eyes got caught on a painting in the wall. Koka, she said, very surprised. Rin and Kakashi stared her. She passed her hands over the painting, seeing the name of the author. Goldrake. The kids looked at the portrait. It was a blonde-haired, blue-skinned woman, with horns and ears that resembled angel wings. She had red eyes and a dragon tail. Frigg smiled, leaning her head on the painting. This is Koka, Frigg thought, crying of happiness. The Queen of Dragons. Only Kurogen's heirs saw her, so only they could paint her. Minato, now it all fits. I love you, even without knowing who you are, but now I know. You're Kurogen's heir, my true one and only. All my life I feared a Kurogen's heir could appear and took me away from my love, but now, I know you are that one. I feel so happy, because now, I can entirely love you, without fearing some other to come and take me away. Minato. Frigg caressed her belly. Now I have more reasons to live. Not only for our baby, but also for you. If now, I would take you with me, and I don't want that. I don't have the right to take you away from your dream of being Hokage and protect the village you love, just like Kurogen did with my village. Now that I think about you, you really look like our great king. Are you okay, Kushina-san? Rin asked. Frigg looked at her, smiling while tears were falling from her eyes. Better than ever, she said. I found a bedroom. Kakashi said. He and his companion helped Frigg to sit on the bed. Rin checked her, noticing that her body continued very weak. On the sunset, Frigg was caressing her belly, very happy, while Kakashi was sleeping and Rin reading a medical book. There was an intense pain. Frigg felt her belly hurting and hurting more. She began sweating a lot. Kushina-san. Rin screamed, putting her hands on her belly. Kakashi woke up with her screams. What? What? Kakashi was very worried. It's Kushina-san's body. It's very weak. It's forcing the baby to born. Rin explained. Frigg's eyes opened wide. No, I can't let that happen. She screamed, crying when she realized what her body was doing. I don't want to do that. My baby needs me. If you keep your baby, your body will K him to survive the chakra attacks. Rin explained. You're piping all of your stamina to keep the baby, but RB act instinctively to protect themselves. Your baby has more chances of living if he births now. Frigg continued crying. But, my baby is still too young, she said. Kakashi held her hand. We are here for you. Be strong. Kakashi calmed her down. Rin will do the medical aids to keep him alive until we can call out a medical corps. Frigg closed her eyes, while paining giving birth to her baby, but her body continued to be very weak. Please, Frigg begged. She entered her mind, walking over the water on her inner forest, until she reaches the lotus where Skuld was. Please, Frigg called. Skuld opened her eyes and looked at her. The angel's body was more wounded than Frigg's but in the same places of her medium. You have the strengths and powers I can only dream of. Skuld noticed Frigg was crying. You can make time move forward. Frigg said and kneeled down. Make my child grow, so it can resist and survive. Please. A baby, Skuld whispered. Today is full moon, my powers are excessively suppressed, but for a baby, Skuld smiled. I will do it. I'll save both of you. Frigg smiled. But you need to be strong. My chakra will hurt your body even more. I don't care. As long as my child lives, that's everything that matters to me. Frigg said. If you can make us both live, I'll let you have Minato for one night. Skuld looked at her. I'm doing this for free, I'm not a demon to ask for a payment. Skuld said, while her chakra started spreading. And I'll do it, as an offering to the angel who saved not only me, but my child and my lover. Frigg said. Skuld moved her body, causing Frigg's body to be L. The Moon Princess screamed. Hold on. Rin encouraged. Skuld made hand seals. Frigg's arms got C, causing her to scream more. Fuller-san. Kakashi continued holding her hand. I'll do it, for Minato, for my baby, sister, I'll not let your S be in vain. Frigg said, panting. She continued aiding her baby to get out of her womb. Skuld was using her chakra to make the time move forward, and so. There was a cry. Rin smiled, holding on her hands a cute chubby baby. Tears fell from her eyes, while holding him. Frigg was getting her breath back. It's a boy. Rin gave the baby to Frigg, who raised her weakened bee arms to hold him with all the care in the world. The woman cried. Rin turned to Kakashi. Get me some basins with warm water to wash the baby and some blankets too. Kakashi looked curious to the baby and left. Frigg was caressing him, while he continued crying. Oh, don't cry, Naruto. Mommy is here for you. Mommy will always be here for you. Frigg said. Rin put her hand on Naruto, checking him. Incredible. He is healthy. He doesn't even look like a premature baby. She said. Frigg closed her eyes, seeing the lake inside her mind filled with Skuld's bee. The angel was very exhausted. You can sleep now, Skuld. Thank you. Frigg said. Skuld smiled. I have the feeling that I'm going to sleep for a year or two, she said and closed her eyes, sleeping in the air, held by those golden chains that caused her so much pain. Frigg wanted to caress her, but the angel was far away. Kakashi returned with the basins and he and Rin gave Naruto a bath and then put some curatives on Frigg's arms and cleaned her. Here is Naruto-chan. Rin gave the baby back to Frigg. She caressed him, crying of happiness. How is she? Kakashi asked. Rin smiled. I checked her. She is fine, tired but fine. The baby too, both will survive. Rin said. Kakashi smiled too. Please, call Minato. Frigg asked. I want him to see his son, his Naruto. Kakashi caressed the baby. I'm running now to Konoha and bring sensei. Kakashi left. He is so adorable. Frigg said. Do you want to eat, Naruto? The woman started nursing him. Baby Naruto seemed very happy while sucking his mother's milk. You must be hungry, Kushina-san. I'm going to make you dinner. Rin said and left. Frigg felt so jubilant, with her baby alive and healthy, now, only Minato was missing. Kakashi reached Konoha and ran to the Hokage's office, where Minato was speaking with his Anbu and writing a report. The White Fang's child caught his breath back. Minato was surprised with Kakashi's appearance. What? Did something happen? Minato asked, worried. Kakashi was smiling, but thanks to his mask, none could see it. Kushina gave birth to a healthy boy. Kakashi said. Minato's eyes opened so much that cried. His heart started beating so fast that ended up see his ability to speak correctly. A boy. Ha! Minato was so happy. He turned to his Anbu. You're free to go. The Hokage put his hat on Kakashi. Hold things for me. I'm going there. Minato left the village in a flash and ran to the castle, smiling and crying. I'm coming, Frig. I'm coming, Naruto. I'm coming. Those woods appeared to have no end while the Hokage ran in the middle of the night, under the light of the full moon. On the castle, Frig finished nursing Naruto. The night brought some cold to the room. I think I'm going to need more blankets, she said and looked to Naruto, who was sleeping peacefully, just like babies do. The woman smiled and put Naruto near her hips and under the blankets, so he could be warmer. Ah, you look as if you were hiding. We're going to make Daddy a surprise. Frig leaned her head on the pillows. Come, Minato. I want to be with you. She closed her eyes, resting. Some steps resounded on the corridor. Frig woke up and noticed they were man's steps. She smiled, blushing. Minato, she called. A man dressing a black cloak with a hood covering his face appeared. Frig froze. Please, God, she cried. The man took a sword with the Uchiha's crest and then his hood. Phoenix, Frig exclaimed. She was about to put her hand on Naruto, but realized it would reveal him. I'm happy to see you still remember my name, Phoenix said, coming closer to her. She appeared to be whispering something. You know, my clan, no. I can control demons thanks to Susanoo's be running on my veins. Phoenix pointed his sword to her en. Frig had no strengths left. Giving birth to Naruto exhausted her. Skuld was sleeping, none. I searched for Kyuubi all over the place, but he was nowhere to be found. So, I remembered. That girl with Minato, she was the Skuld. If she is, Kyuubi will appear to K him. Then, I'll have Kyuubi and I will destroy Konoha and rebuild it, as my own, as an Uchiha belonging as it always should have been. But, Minato is immortal, you won't take Konoha. Frig said, crying and praying. You won't succeed. There are other ways to become immortal. Phoenix said. Frig continued whispering something. The Uchiha tried to read her lips, but once she was speaking Norse, he couldn't understand. Please, God, please, don't let him find Naruto. Kushina whispered in Norse, crying. Please God, save him, even if you have to take me, save my child. Your body is scratched. One more sea will pass unnoticed. Phoenix said. Frig had no strengths. Her body was injured. She had just given birth, only her hope could save her. When Skuld leaves your body, she will fly to your daughter. Frig's eyes opened wide. Yes, I know you have one. Angels flying in the sky look like shooting stars. Before she transfers her spirit to your daughter, she will search for Kyuubi, to tell him to come and K Minato. Frig cried. And in that moment, I'll go after Skuld's star shining in the sky and catch Kyuubi and use my Sharingan to make him K Konoha. Then, I'll go for my sister and take what it misses me to become immortal. You're filthy, Kushina said. Phoenix smiled. With a demon like Kyuubi serving me, I'll be the god of shinobis. Even stronger than Rikudo. Phoenix screamed. Today is full moon. The demons' powers are at their peak such as the gods. I'll become one. Ceres, Kushina. Your soul will free me from the world of the living and turn me into a god. Phoenix moved his sword, see her from the end to the belly button. Bee splashed all over the place. Frig couldn't breathe, her tea was sea. She didn't move her body, so she wouldn't uncover Naruto. To protect him from Phoenix. Give my compliments to the death god, he said. Now, let's enjoy the show. Frig's body got surrounded by golden chains that came and went to the nowhere. In Konoha, more precisely in the Uchiha's district, Mikoto was putting her baby to sleep, while Itachi was doing his homework. So, Sasuke, sleep well, Mikoto said, putting baby Sasuke on his cradle. Itachi stared the moon by the window. Oh, Itachi, don't sneak out from your homework. It screwed up, Itachi said, without taking his eyes out of the moon. Mikoto found it strange. On his way to the castle, Minato suddenly stopped. Kurogen looked at him. The Hokage coughed out some bee, feeling very odd. What? Minato saw his bee on his hand. Am I exaggerating on the race? Kurogen looked at him and then at the sky. Section number. Frig was K. Section the spirit looked at Minato. Section no way, not now. Section Minato smiled and started running again. Kurogen used the powers only a spirit can obtain and flew to the castle. I'm almost there, Kushina, Naruto. Minato said. Hold on, comma. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.